Hello everyone, I bet people missed me. Harry's doing a learning to cook episode. Woo! Alright. Oh. Here I've got a new stand for my phone so I can show people what I'm doing. Right, so yes, I've got over 200 grams of butter, smeg loads worth of sugar, a bit of cocoa powder, some flour and some eggs. Now this is going to be, well, should be quite simple, but I haven't done it yet. Rightio. So I've got to beat some eggs, or actually what I do need is a saucepan. Aha! Now, actually if I do it over here, people can see what I'm doing. Right, so what I need to do is to turn the oven on. And I need to get a saucepan open, put fuckloads of butter in, until it gets all melty and weirdly. Then I've got to add sugar to it and some chocolate to it. Oh, yes. I've got, how many grams of chocolate is it? Oh, 200 grams worth. Plenty. Learning to cook. That's what I'm doing. Right. So let's just safety check. Butter and sugar in a pan. Right. Okay. So once the butter has gone melty, I then add the sugar and chocolate and wait till it all melts together. So I know this is 200 grams worth, so I'm going to use most of it. Yeah. Looks about right. Right. Now I know that this cooker can be a bit of a douchebag. Also, you notice, people, that I have a new stand. It will make things a little bit easier. Do. Go. Now I've got the chocolate melted into bits, and maybe add one more. There we go. So hello everyone. This time, well, the first time ever, I've decided to start with once I've got all the ingredients, and then that makes me less boring then. Also, you might have noticed I've got a better camera view with the new stand I've got. Right, so there's one thing a bit annoying about this saucepan is that, well, not saucepan, the dial, is that it doesn't kind of know what simmer means, so sometimes I have to turn it on and off. Right, now once this is done, once it's melted, learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. So once the butter has gone all softies, as some people might know that over a year ago I knew absolute fuck all about cooking. I mean absolutely bugger all. So I'm learning. I can make cakes by myself now. Don't need online support, and I can do sort of experiment. Right. Right. So this is basically melted. Throw in the sugar. Whoa, that is a lot of sugar. And the chocolate. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. And put the cooker back on again. And just keep stirring until it all goes softies. And keep stirring until it all goes soft and absorbed together. Whoa, this is weird. This is weird. So I'm quite close to knowing how to cook. As I said, you can see some new camera views. I've got a new camera stand. Keep stirring until it all becomes one. Come on, chocolatey chocks. Let's get all meltily-meltilies. Alright, again, turn the dial off again. Because again, this cooker doesn't know what simmering is, so I have to keep turning it on and off. Oh. Oh. Right there. Someone is messaging me. Right, there we go. Right, so we've got the weird chocolatey sauciness, and it's mixed together. Yeah, I know that, but on dial one, it still kind of boils. That's how crap and basic the hobs are. Right. So we've got chocolatiness. Then I've got to mix together some eggs. Ooh, have some more Coke. Now what I'm making here, as I've noticed a pattern, instead of it's almost similar to a cake, but instead you're having twice the sugar to butter, and you're doing half flour to butter, and that's kind of different. So making it a bit more solid, I'd imagine. Learning to cook. Right. So this needs a safety check here. Right. Beat eggs, stir flour and cocoa powder. Alright. Let's get these eggs ready to eat. One. Now, two. Come on, egg. Out. There you go. Three. Oh. Learning to cook. That's what I'm doing. Four. And finally, the fifth one. Right. Now I've got to beat them together with a weird beating method. How do you beat an egg again? Beat an egg, beat an egg. Just, when I say beat an egg, you just whisk it, I think. And then, now this is a bit sophisticated, I've damaged this from before. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, some people might have watched these episodes. Harry learning to cook. But take a bit of time. And then right. So beat the eggs. Add the cocoa powder. Add the flour and keep mixing these lots and lots of times, I hope. Just keep stirring, mix them together. Beat the thing together. So let's just get a bit closer so people can see what I'm doing. Learning to cook, learning to cook. That's what I'm doing. God, it's amazing what an egg can do with flour. Whoa. Whoa! It's going all gooey! Oh. This whisk is on its way out. Oh. Now, I think you need to mix those things together. You need to mix those things together and then you pour. But I think I'm misunderstanding the instructions online. Right. Do-do-do-do-do-do. What I need to remember, am I putting this mix in the saucepan, or is this the saucepan stuff going into my mix? I'm not 100% sure. If people want to know what my nice little treatise is, I am making brownies. Yeah, I am making some brownies. I wanted it to be a little bit of a surprise. What I need to do, I looked in the instructions online. I don't know if I'm putting this mix in there or if I'm putting this mix in here, and then wait a minute. Let's safety check. I know how to read, but beat the eggs and then stir in the flour and cocoa powder. Pour the brownie batter into the tin. So, I'm assuming this has to go in there first, then go into the tray. Oh, I think I'm getting it the wrong way round. Yeah, I've heated my oven. So what do you mean, Chantel? What do you think, Chantel? Is this going into the saucepan, then the baking tray, or is the saucepan stuff going in here? It's not telling me which way round it is. Does it matter which way round it goes? Does it matter what way round it goes? It's not telling me. Yeah, Harry learning to cook. Some things he doesn't know just yet. It doesn't matter what way round. Right! Yay! Thank you! Right. Then, I'm assuming, lots and lots of mixing, and then that's going into the baking tray. Oh, the smell of it! Oh, the richness! Mmm! Is this basically the same way of making a fudge cake? Fudge cake? Right. Right. I'm getting there. Right. Let's put that over there quickly. So yeah, I did some prep work so it makes me less boring. Look, this is going to be one massive. Whoa! Wow, that is a lot of browniness. You know what you want to do? I do need a new whisk. You're right about that. Thanks for the advice, Chantel. Doesn't matter which way round it goes. Right. So I'll make it a little bit like that. Right. We've got this ready. Two forks as a whisk. That's quite a cool idea, actually. I'll take that on board for next time. Oh, I can just buy a new whisk, like a super strong, hardcore one. Right. Oh, he slipped up. One problem making cakes and stuff. You're doing all this effort, and you could just go to Sainsbury's and get those £1.50 brownie things. Right. Now we've got preheated oven. Oh, actually, this might need to go up a little bit more. Right. Now. Right. So we're getting there. How are we learning to cook? One step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Well, do you know what? I'm going to see if I can go. I hope this doesn't kill me. Mm. Mm. Harry is weird. Harry is weird. Harry is weird, but in a nice way. Harry is weird. Harry is weird, but in a nice way. Yay! Learning to cook. Learning to cook. That's what I'm doing. Learning to cook. Any new comments? No more comments. I'm gonna get that charger out now. Got enough battery. Right. Now, say Mr. Phone. Set a timer for 40 minutes.
Okay, 40 minutes. Starting now.
Right. Right. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. La 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 la. Harry learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Right. These are going to turn into nice scrumptious brownies. Yum yum yums. Oh. Mm. 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 Happy shopper chocolate ain't too bad, is it? Mm. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. careful with this, then I might have a blockade. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Right. Sponge, that's what I need. And once it gets a little bit cooler, do a bit of a spongy cleanies. But safe precautions. Better safe than sorry, isn't it? Right. Harry learning to cook, that's what he's doing. I complained to my housing association not so long ago, telling them that my boiler's on its way out, and they said it was working. Does that sound normal to you? Right. Harry learning to cook. Right, that's the beginning of that annihilation. God. Did all this over making some brownies. Oh. But I suppose they're yum brownies, not shite ones. One time I made some caramel shortbreads, and I never realised that caramel is just butter and sugar mixed together. God, learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. I know that some people are wondering, why on earth is Harry doing all these cooking episodes? One, because of lockdown, which is boring as fuck. And what happens if I have some kiddywinks one day? What happens if I have a family? And I did say to myself, one day, I'll teach myself how to cook, and this is the perfect opportunity. It means I don't have to be bored and depressed in my flat. Right. Right. Now that's got okay-ish to put some more hot water back in. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. What I'll do is I'll put it on low speed so that I can say hello to people, whoever's saying things. Yay! Well done, Harry! Yay! Oh, everyone's gone now. Everyone's buggered off. Harry is my name. Right, let's get some of this cleaned. After that adventure, Harry is my name, Harry is my name, Harry is my name, I drive people insane, but in a nice way, in a nice way, la 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 la, learning to cook, learning to cook, learning to cook, doing the dishes, la 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 la. I am 30 years old, and I'm weird, I am weird, but in a nice way. Get some extra hot water. Oh, that's better. Can't believe it. I had to use the whole lot of butter, the whole lot of sugar, half of my cocoa powder, half of my plain flour, and all my eggs to make this. God, I love my brownies. So what I might do is make some more caramel shortbread together. Didn't realise that with shortbread, I think you just have same as butter and flour like you would to make a dough, but you have half flour, half sugar instead. So you have like a doughy kind of thing, and it's like crispy and sugary. Then we need to make the caramel, which is the sugar and butter. Put that on top, and then just a bit of chocolate with butter, and we've got a caramel shortbread. Harry's learning to cook. Harry is learning to cook. Because I'm quite good at maths, I think that's why some of it starts to make sense. Whoa. Oh, the reason why I don't really like cooking is having to put put in using a lot of kit. If I had some kind of housewifey kind of cleany lady, I wouldn't mind cooking every day, as long as someone could come along and help. Or we could take turns, really, just as long as I don't have to do the whole lot myself. So one day she could do the cooking and I do the dishes, or the other way around. Bit annoying doing the whole lot, isn't it? Oh, that needs a little bit more cleaned off. It was buggered off now, I think. Harry's learning to cook, learning to cook. That's what he's doing. I suppose, in a way, while the cakes are in the oven or a cottage pie, you just do the dishes while you're waiting, and then it'd be less annoying then. Learning to cook. Yeah, I might do need a whisk. Might get a nice high-endy-ish one. I don't really like to get cheap shit. because they break quicker and easily. You know, I'd rather buy a lifetime pizza wheel rather than one that will break after 5 times or something like that. Harry's learning to cook. I'll come back to you guys any time now. People get bored very easily. Not all, but some human beings have patience of a hamster. Right, done that. Cleanies. Extra hot water, I think. Nearly done, guys. Learning to cook, learning to cook. Last bit's done. Well, on the last couple of things. Harry learning to cook, learning to cook, that's what he's doing. Whew. Pizza wheel. Oh, pizza wheel never really needs a clean. Well, it does need a clean, but you don't need serious commitment to perfection. Done. Come on. Nearly done now. Yay! No, oi! Stay. Naughty dishes. Need much cleaning because it's just a bit of sugar. Yes! Harry's done his dishes. Harry Crompton, I hope you have your flies up this time. Oh! Yeah, they're fine. Right. You know Wilco? You know Wilco? Their toilet paper is very basic. I call it bog standard. Oh, for beer, I got a bowl of butter. If anyone interested, was interested and watched my previous videos, I went absolute apeshit trying to find my potato peeler. And get an egg sandwich later. Harry, Harry, Harry. He's learning to cook. He's learning to cook. Eventually he'll get there in the end. And one day when I have kids or anything like that, I can supply. I'll be that fun adventure dad. Be like the coolest dad there is. Sorry for my arrogance, but I think it's true. Kitchen towel. I'll have a bit of cook. Hardy hard hearts. One of my plans is gonna try and make a pie. I was making some brownies, but you turned up a bit late. But, Jade, you get to see the results. Unlike previous episodes, I did the prep work before starting the video. Might make things a little bit less annoying for some people. Me spending 10,000 years trying to find things. Harry is my name, Harry is my name. I drive people insane, but in a nice way. Kitchen towel, yeah, yeah, yeah. One day I'm gonna get a new door for my washing machine. Nothing wrong with it, it's just got a crack at the front. Not in the rear, because that's where the main protection is. Like, I think in a washing machine you get two layers. Get one front bit of the door and one rear part of the door. And that bit is perfectly fine. Harry learning to cook. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Thing is, with those burps, it's because I eat like a machine. I do eat like a machine. No, you can't have a machine because a machine is a robot. I eat like, oh, I don't know, eat like a pig. Eat like a dog. Eat like a dog. I eat like a dog. Just shoved down my throat. Oh. Harry learned to cook. That's what I'm doing. Learning to cook. So people can tell me what they reckon of my new little change with my new camera. Tell me if you think it's cool having this new stand for my phone. Right. Mandy Marie, I made some brownies. Partly, I did think I wanted some Coke, but the other reason is because you like it when I have a can of Coke. Cheers! Whoa. Brilliant, yeah. This is the new stand, so not only a bit useful for these learning to cook episodes, but also it'd be easier for video calls and all that sort of jazz. Like when I'm on the computer and it's quite annoying trying to keep my phone balanced, well, I can just keep that there when I'm having chats with my mates. The only issue really is that when doing a video chat on a phone rather than a computer screen, is that the screen is a lot smaller. Burping for England. Britain's Got Talent, the longest burps. Guinness World Records, the longest burp. Not long enough. Let's check this timer. "15 more minutes! 15 more minutes, guys! What should I do for the next 15 minutes without scaring you away and getting bored of me?" Harry learning to cook, that's what he's doing. Yeah, if there are newcomers, a lot of these live streams I do is showing me learning to cook, and one, I've got someone to talk to during this lockdown, and also someone who can give me advice, and we could have fun. Gotta learn to cook eventually. So yeah, I can make a lasagna, a cottage pie, a roast dinner, make some cakes, some brownies, crumbles, shortbreads, fry-ups, pasta, risotto, a couple more other things, and that's progress in 1 year from knowing absolute bugger all. Let's see, anything new? Thank you. Yeah. I said at one stage, I knew absolutely nothing. I say next lesson is probably to make pies, and some of my mates say it can be very challenging to get the dough right and that before. I know you need to make the dough first and let it sit inside a baking sheet, one of the round ones, then start cooking the stuff you want to put in the pie, and then make another dough and put it as the lid, and then put it in the oven. It might not be as challenging as I think. Maybe. I might even not stick to a recipe and try and use my own knowledge and experience to make a pie of my own. I know how to make dough now. Basically, twice the flour to butter, and you keep rolling and rolling, and you got yourself a dough. Hey, that's something else there. I can make a dough. I can then make pizzas. I can make pizzas as well. I'm learning. Harry learning to cook, as the catch line is. Not long now. Guys, get to see the results of these brownies. Could try a pie. I could try and make some kind of vegetable pie or some kind. You're basically doing almost what vegetarian lasagna is, but instead of using pasta sheets, you're using dough. In a way. That's a guess. No, that's a guess. I'm guessing Maria, you like the new view. Got a new camera stand. Won't be long now. Another 10 minutes. Yep, another 10 minutes. Oh, that's also something you need to know. Is, do I need to put it in the fridge after I'm done, or do you just do the same thing as what you do with cakes, which is, leave it stand for a little while? Yeah, take it out of the oven and cool the tin. Cut the brownies to little bits. So, well, yeah, just leave it on the side for 10 minutes, eat a bit like the cakes. Harry learning to cook, that's what he's doing. Louise, I think you are a new viewer. These live streams is basically Harry learning to cook and going live, showing you his progress. 1 year ago, I knew absolute fuck all. God, I need to reduce my language. Might be Mandy's fault. She swears a lot. Getting into a habit. She swears in like nearly every single sentence. So I'm gonna blame you, Mandy. It won't be long, Dean. It won't be long. I can feel it boiling up inside me. Not long. Let's have a look on the timer. 7 more minutes. Down it, down it. Could get a beer and down it if you want. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Timer, 6 more minutes. Online it said 35 minutes, but I did an extra 5 minutes on top because I've got slightly more of what it recommended. Use up all the rest of the sugar. When I get the cake out, I'll do a special for you. Well, brownies out for you. Not long now. Shut up. I'm going to give it a try. I am doing a few extra minutes on top of what the online website it recommended. Have a look. Yeah, that does need a little bit more. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, give it another 5 minutes. What can I do to entertain you besides downing a beer? I'll do that afterwards. Oh, have a quick piss. Going for a piss. That is what I'm doing. Going for a piss. Going for a piss. Do 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 do. Learn to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learn to cook. Washing my hands, washing my hands. Right, where's that hand sanitizer? Feel the burn and the acid killing all those germs. Yeah. Well, one of my mates did give me a cookbook, and it's been in the cupboard for ages. So maybe I should start using it. He gave me the books way before I took learning to cook seriously. Oh, got to do my flies up. In a minute, I'm going to put the camera down. Well, actually, I'll do it now. It'll be like that, and then you can see what my cake thing looks like, and you can tell me if it's acceptable or not. I don't know, mate. I don't know what the longest burp I can do. I can get maybe 5 seconds. I'll give that 4 seconds. That was a pretend burp, by the way. Right, so you guys can tell me any minute now if my brownies look like a brownie. I'm concerned. Yeah. Okay, when I looked in the oven, it did look a bit liquidy. But like cakes, you do need to leave it on the side for a bit. So maybe that liquidiness starts to disappear after being out of the oven for a bit. We'll find out. Yep, any minute now. There we go, the magical noise where I always get excited. This is where I get all excited, when the magical sing-along stuff come along. What do you guys reckon? It looks a bit gooey-ish. I think that needs an extra, like, a little bit of extra time, because there's more liquidiness still left. What do you reckon? Does it need to have a bit of gooey stickiness before it starts to go smudgy? That might need an extra more. Yeah. I thought about that myself when I first looked. So thanks for the extra support. Set a timer for another 10 minutes.
Alright, 10 minutes. And that's starting now.
Solid. It should be gooey inside, not on top. But yeah, it's still a bit liquidy on the top, and that's not meant to be right. Am I correct? and Dean said the same thing. An extra 10 minutes. Right, if I get a bit boring, come back in 10 minutes. Yeah, online it said 35 minutes, and I made it a little bit bigger. So, yes. So I put 40 minutes. 5 minutes extra in enough. When the liquidiness is gone and it's gooey, it's right, I'm guessing. From what Chantel was saying. Right, I know. While that's going on, let's put that back up a little bit so you can see me better. There we go. Cleany, cleany, cleanies. Cleany, cleany, cleanies. Cleany, cleanies. Cleany, cleany, cleanies. Cleaning, cleaning, cleany, cleanies. Cleany, cleanies. Cleany, cleany. Cleany, cleany. Harry is weird. Harry is weird. But in a nice way. Weird, weird, weird. Harry is weird. La 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 la. Oh. Yeah. One time when I was doing an egg sandwich the other night, when I was trying to put the egg in here, fell behind on the side. And lucky me. But a good top tip from my friend Owen, if anything falls behind the cooker or by the fridge, what you do is you use the opposite end of whatever they call the thing where you have a bleach with, the mop. So yeah, it's not a bad cooker for 50 quid, but it doesn't know low temperatures. With these hobs, it's basically on or off. Don't too alarmed as it will set. Yeah, that's my. It's Trevor. I bought a new stand online for 25 quid. Not just for cooking, but easier to talk to my friends as well. Mainly for the learning to cook episodes, but also, you know, it can be useful for other things like doing selfies. So Trevor, I'm making some brownies. Do 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 do. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Any new extra comments? No. Also, I'm using my spare phone my spare phone is significantly better when it comes to photos and has a wider angle, so that's more useful than putting this phone on the stand. Won't give you a better as a good viewing experience. Mum and Dad made 5 brownies. What, in one go in an oven? Nearly there, guys. Getting there. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. That's the slogan. While the stuff was in the oven, decided to do the dishes and cleaning. Not long. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Yep, please be patient, guys. The ones that have been waiting over 40 minutes. I suppose I've been trying to be interactive. Does this? No. No, I was trying to be funny. That ain't gonna work. Alright, out of my learning to book, not that. I got a little jump book and I've updated them since I last gave a few. Did you know that I had sex on a cruise ship? It was motion in the ocean, baby. What do magicians try to do during the pandemic? They try to balance the books. The rest of them are crap. Motion in the ocean. Nearly done now. Timer says a couple of minutes. And then, so yeah, I'll move the camera down so it'll be easier for you guys to see my brownies. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Harry, from the English meaning commander. A natural born leader, Harry is organised and forward thinking. He is reliable, honest and firm, but fair. He is a staunch friend. Oh! God, this is still struggling to become right. It's got wateriness. That's not meant to. Do I have to put this in again for another 10 minutes? Is this acceptable, or do I need to do it some more? Oh yeah, the top bit is what you want, but the sides is what's... It's the sides that are still being douchebags. So I'm guessing you need to put it in some more. What do you reckon, guys? Should I put it back in some more? The sides are a bit watery still. Okie dokie. Learning to cook, learning to cook. That's what I'm doing. The centre part of the cake, well, not cake, brownies, it's fine. It's the sides that are being a bit mean. God, some of these people are probably going to get bored shitless now. Set a timer for 5 minutes.
Sure, 5 minutes.
It's very strange that. The centre part of the cake, it's brownies. It's good. It's the sides. Why is the sides so fussy? Is it because the heat? Maybe it's not even heat. But before I bought this, apparently it's a fan oven. So if it's a fan oven, it's supposed to be able to spread the heat better. Looks like Charmaine's decided to say hello. Nearly there. Right, so for future experience, I'm guessing then a bit solid on the top and gooey inside. God, but this means that it's coming to about an hour to cook these brownies. God. Yeah, about 200 degrees. This cooker is on its way out, but I do have this fondness with it. 50 quid. Very good cooker for 50 quid. Ooh. Doody doody. Doody 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 doo. Learning to cook. Recycling. The possibilities are not endless. Nearly there. One more minute and I can check again. Oh. Do you know what? In the summer, I put loads of seasoning on my chips. I assaulted them. Any new comments? No. How are we learning to cook? Only 2 people left now. Everyone's burgered off. Right, let's check again. For future reference then, whenever I make brownies, you want to cook them for about an hour. Oh. Still not done, I don't think. It's bobbly on the sides still. Gooey, it's gooey. That's fine, that's fine. God, I think we're getting there. It's more of the side still. I reckon another 5 minutes on top without the temperature lower. What do you reckon, Trevor? Set a timer for 5 minutes.
Alright, 5 minutes. Starting now.
And you reckon a little bit lower? God, this is the boring bit where people start going. I thought I would have been done by now. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. We don't put some washing in the washing machine. Learn to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learn to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Learning to cook, that's what I'm doing. Whoa, I nearly fell over. Right, let's check again. Ah. Oop. This is still not being done, is it? This is driving me mad. Why is the sides not cooking? Oh, that bit's done. That bit's done. That bit's done. This might be the best I can get it. This is nearly done, but there is this weird side bit that just refuses to cook. God, it's driving me insane, this. I need more opinions. I've now done 1 hour's worth. And it still won't. It still won't. still won't finish. Trevor, I might need your advice, mate. The side bit of the cake just won't finish. Brownies, I mean. Crunchy at the top, gooey below it, and most of it on that brownie is done. But the sides are the bit that's just refusing. If I keep doing this, would the centre of the brownie start to burn? You can answer that question for me. Ah, okay. Well, I'll get another 5 minutes again, Trevor. I've turned it down a notch. And I do it again. God, 9:30. This means I've been doing this job for nearly 2 hours. Yeah, the cooker can go to a maximum of 240 degrees, and when I first put this in the oven it was 200 degrees, which is what BBC recommended. Now I've got it down to like 160 now, something like that. Shouldn't have used the scour to clean the oven, I mean the cooker, because then I would have still had all the prints of the temperatures. At the moment I've got 80 degrees, 120 degrees, 200, 240. The writing, I accidentally scrubbed off the writing. Brilliant. I suppose just keep doing that, checking now and then. I'm going to dice up these mushrooms and then freeze them. Gives me an extra thing to do while I wait. Otherwise they'll go off. trying to do other things while I wait. Oh. Damn it. Oh yeah, I meant to be using my weird choppity thing. Or I could just use, since it's goddamn mushrooms, who needs soup? Who needs super knife? Harry learning to cook. That's what he's doing. La 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 la. Learning to cook, learning to cook. That's what Harry's doing. Learning to cook, learning to cook. That's what he's doing. Harry's learning to cook, learning to cook. Sometimes I'm a fun guy. Dicing up mushrooms, dicing up mushrooms. Need to dice them up, otherwise they'll start to go off. Don't want that, do we? I was going to do this with a fry up tomorrow, but I've got to try and occupy myself while I wait. I'll check again any minute. It's amazing what you can get out of one mushroom. Yeah, sorry if I'm getting boring. Right, do this last bit of this particular mushroom and I'll check again. Right, let's check again. Check one more time. Right. Sure. Still not done on the sides. Sure, I think sod it, right? Right? Do you know what? Do you know what? That is nearly there. I think that's nearly there. Those sides look like they're nearly done. Now where's the chopping knife that I was using? Harry is my name, Harry is my name. I drive people insane, but in a nice way. I must admit, I do love my mushrooms. I know this live stream in particular is taking 25,000 years. I never realised how long. Why would BBC say for like 35 minutes? That's a lot of mushrooms. I know this is very boring, you viewers. Gotta find something to do. While we wait. This is good, but how long is this going to take to go off? I know what I'll do. I'll do the rest of this at the end of the stream. Let's check again. Oh, what do you reckon, Uncle Trevor? I think that's done now. There's no. Let's check. Oh, you know what? That's nearly there. You sure? Doesn't matter if there's a bit of gooiness. Oh yeah, you said you want to have a little bit of gooiness, but okay. Now, we put that on the side, over here or something. Nearly done. Now you need to leave it on the side for a bit, I believe. Mushroom! Learning to cook, that's what Harry's doing. Harry is weird, but in a nice way. Harry is weird, trying to do his things. God, this is a lot of mushrooms. Don't know how many times I've said that already. Now, how long do I leave it to cool for? God, it is amazing how much you can get out of a mushroom. Bloody fooled the whole lot. When am I going to do the rest? I filled the damn thing. Oh, Harry's getting technique. Actually, I'm learning here. What you can do to chop up a mushroom better is to go along each other vertically. And then look at that. To show you a demonstration, go along each other vertically and you've got diced up bits like that. And then, oh, perfection mushroom, diced up mushrooms. Go vertical along first and then horizontal after, and it crumbles up into little bits just like that. Wow, learning, definitely learning there. Look, completely diced up just like that. Harry's learning. Now just somehow they get it all in. And just about fit it in. Yay! Harry's learning to cook. Only nibble bits. That was quite impressive for someone like me. If you dice it all along vertically first, it's easy to dice it up to bits. Right, okay, so now how long should I put it in the fridge? That was quite cool. How long does it take to cool? Ah, right. So over time, it'll be like a cake. A bit like a cake. If you leave it on the side, it sort of like bonds together, like science. God, how many times I had to check, you know? Karate, tear core, omni slash. Lift out the hot tin. Then where am I going to put it? Do I just put it on a normal plate? I'm anxious now. Do I just take it out and put it on a plate? then you just leave it there and it will slowly dry up. Ah! Well, cool. And then, over time, it will become a square. Ah! Some of it's kind of fallen off a little bit on the side, but that isn't the Holocaust. I know that doesn't look remarkable, but if you guys can see, there is like a square shape-ish. What I'll do is I'll leave it a little bit and then dice it up in little bits in a bit. God, I need a second plate, don't I? So yeah, I can see some square bits. It looks square on the sides. It's just a bit that we struggled with near the end, where like trying to dry out some of the squidginess so it doesn't fall apart. Well, most of it's stable. Ah, mmm. So you need to see some side bits. Some of it's a bit crumbly. Next time I'll try and balance it a bit more. So what you do? I really am surprised, Chantal, that you've got quite a bit of knowledge of cooking. Probably learned it from your mum. And then oh, bollocks. Okay, that doesn't really look like a brownie. more like a Sprowny. Okay, that one looks a bit better. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised of Chantel's knowledge. Alright. I suppose you guys don't need to have a real look. I'll be cutting it into squares. Thank you very much for the advice, guys. Oh! So some of these are a bit deformed. But as you can see, it looks a bit squarey here. And I can dice them up into little bits. What, does it... Using a bread knife is not appropriate, is it? What sort of knife... How would you dice it into little bits? Wow. Right, for the future then, what knife should I use to dice them into squares? You licked the knife off, you twat. Didn't get it. Oh, you're not meant to lick it. Oh. So, future reference, what do I do if I want to turn it into bits? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I won't be keeping it all for myself. I will give some to people. I am a nice person, you know. Okay. Thank you for watching, my friends. I really appreciate it.